Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rogers Base here with Japan Time Season 3, Episode 21, Dog Day Afternoon. We have a lot of stuff to discuss this week with the Nintendo Direct, Isabelle and Smash Brothers, the box theory, 108 stages being revealed in Koro Koro. So before we get started, who is here this week? Of course, we have Coast.
Hey, Nintendo Gamers!
Oh my god.
Every week, you should know to expect that by this point. Of course, we've got McDareth.
Hello. I just lost hearing in my ears, but hello.
We've got Mike.
From broccoli.
What the fuck? Yo, what?
What? You just say?
He said he's eating broccoli, bro.
That's fine. Of course, we've got Shofu. Of course, it's on his channel.
It's your boy, Burnt Toast. If you don't like burnt toast, get you a butter knife, scrape off the part that's burnt. Now you got a perfectly good piece of toast. Fact.
What happened to Bill Gates?
I was just about to say that.
What? Bro,
You were Bill Gates for a little bit, and then you were Trap Ketchum.
and
now you're
introduced
Burnt Toast.
myself as Bill Gates in my life.
Whatever, Young Ramsey. And then we got Viram. What's going on, Viram?
Hi, fuck Shadow the Hedgehog. That's
And of course, we have our lovable, has 130 Twitter accounts, Zeph.
It's not my fault.
Whose
How
Yeah,
about you
a lot of
tweeted at the right one, huh?
Whose
Wait,
fault
what's
is
my
it?
fault? I
Alright?
can't keep up, dude. I
You
can't keep
tweeted
up.
threats at somebody and your account got blown away. That's entirely
It's not my
your
fault.
Huh?
I don't even know what I
got old
tweeted. No one
Zeph.
knows what I tweeted.
You've got new Zeph, you've got gay Zeph, you've got all these Twitter accounts,
Yeah, that
man.
was the best one.
It's true, though. Is that a lot? You have all these Twitter accounts. I don't know what to keep up with. Anyway, we should probably get started by talking about the Nintendo Direct that just happened. There was a lot of stuff that got revealed, not just Smash Brothers related stuff. We'll save that for last. Dude, there were so many things announced at this Nintendo Direct. Let's just start from the beginning. Luigi's Mansion 3 coming in 2019. What are your thoughts on this new Luigi's
I'm
Mansion?
about that. I mean, at first I thought it was going to be a port of the Luigi's Mansion 2 or something. But
I want it to be like a cohesive mansion this time because it's like a console game.
Well, judging from all the theory videos online, it looks like it's going to be inside of a hotel this time around. It's this like big hotel area,
That's cool.
and if you watch the trailer, you can actually pretty much tell that it will be because there's like one of those little cleaning carts that's in the hallway, and then there's like another area when you look at the actual mansion. There's like a greenhouse, there's a dining room, a ballroom. It seems like it's going to be in a hotel, and one of the rooms that Luigi walks into has a piece of Mario luggage. So it seems like maybe Mario, Peach, and the Mario Brothers crew got invited to like a vacation at this luxury resort hotel. Turns out King Boo just wanted to snatch their souls up, and then Luigi has to go save them. So, yeah.
So
So
you're
they're
telling
nothing
me-
from Sunshine.
So what you're telling me is that the title is actually a lie, and we're really getting Hotel Mario HD.
That's exactly what I'm telling you. Yeah. Hotel Mario 2, Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah. Or I guess that could actually be the subtitle if you want to make it the subtitle. But yeah, it looks good. The only issue I have with it is I don't like the next level look of the ghosts.
Yeah.
I like the original
The original ghosts were the best ones.
Yeah, they're so good. And then now you have these generic blue ones. It's just
I feel like they don't have personality.
Yeah.
The whole game looks kind of off.
Exactly. It looks like a little too clean for my tastes. Like
I wanna
it
see
looks
some
like
of
it
the
should be.
bosses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Luigi
oh,
had no
The
textures.
bosses. Yeah. And the bosses too, like that's something I loved about the original Luigi's Mansion is you had like Chauncey and all these really unique styled ghosts. And Dark Moon didn't really have that. It was more mission based, and just based on like the gates that fall down in the trailer, it looks like this one's going to be a little bit more mission based too. Maybe it'll be good. I'm still looking forward to it regardless. I love the Luigi's Mansion games. Even the bad ones are good. So yeah, I'm pumped. You guys pumped?
Hell yeah.
Ready for it.
All right.
I almost want to say, like, that wasn't in the original Direct, and they kind of just threw it in at the week delay. Like during the week delay, they added it in.
I could see that, like just to get people a little bit more excited.
Yeah, because a couple things were already leaked.
Yeah.
I
Speaking
love
of,
that- Wait, before we
Go
move past.
ahead. Yeah.
I love that when we saw Luigi in Simon's trailer and Richter's trailer, he had like the stuff from Luigi's Mansion 3, like he had the new Poltergust and he had the plunger launcher.
Oh, right. Yeah, so basically the trailer for Simon Belmont teased Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that later too, because I think I'll touch on it later on because we're gonna get to it. But I think the trailers Sakurai's been making have been teasing game releases for the Switch.
Oh, you mean like with Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So the next thing I guess we'll talk about, since we were just talking about Mario games and things that leaked, we're getting New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which is hands down in the top 5 worst titles of all time. It's a horrible title, that game. It's got U, it's got Deluxe, it's got everything in there.
Oh, okay, title. I thought you meant. I thought the game itself is.
No.
pretty
I
good.
meant the title. I meant the title
Yeah.
of the game. Yeah, the title is.
In
atrocious.
my opinion, it's the best new Super Mario Bros. Game.
A lot of people say that. Yeah, it's going to be weird though without like the Miiverse support. I'm curious how they're going to do that. If it's just going to be you write messages on the map and then they show up if you have an online account or something. I'm not really sure. Either way, New Super Luigi U is included with the game, so you're getting both New Super Luigi U and New Super Mario Bros. U. And apparently Toadette, when she grabs the power-up, becomes Peach.
Yo, that was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, it's like how Yoshi turned into Mario and Wario and Luigi in 64 DS.
It's still really weird,
doesn't
though.
excuse anything.
I mean, it kind of makes sense within the lore, right? Because she's Princess Toadstool. So are her
Well, that's
parents
only in
toads?
America.
But are her parents toads? That's what I want to know. Like, is Peach a human? Are her parents human? Or are her parents like a toad and a toadette?
I mean, is Mario even technically human? Because when you go to New Donk City, like, he doesn't look like anyone else there.
They confirmed he's a human.
Mario?
Yeah. When people asked about the new Donkers, they said Mario's still a human.
So he's just a different type of human from a different universe. I don't know. It's a little bizarre. It's cool this game's coming out, though. It's coming out in, what, January of next year? So good early release game for the
Kingdom
Switch.
Hearts and Smash Bros are gonna be out, so it's like,
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna buy that.
I'm gonna buy it, but I
But there you go. You answered your question.
I like
Who's gonna
Mario
buy
Bros.
it?
U
There
a
you go.
lot, but
Yeah.
I won't. I'm not gonna buy it at launch. Probably, I'm gonna get down the line.
I would have bought it if it had online.
Yeah,
I will definitely not
It's
be
kind of
buying
crazy.
it because it's Kingdom Hearts month.
It's kind of crazy how we're gonna be able to play Mario 3 online before any other Mario game.
That is a little weird, right? Because
I don't
that's
like
with the
it.
online service, which we will get to. In fact, let's bring this up right now. The Nintendo Switch online service. This is a huge controversy that's going on Twitter right now. People are
It
making
is?
YouTube videos about it. Yeah, people are furious.
People hate
over
it.
I mean,
People are so mad over it.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
So basically, it is $20 for a year. You get to play some Nintendo games online. There are cloud saves, but once you stop using the online service, your cloud saves are deleted, which is pretty bad.
Wait, are you serious? They don't
I
say
am
that
serious.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't know. You don't know.
I
the
didn't hear
bad
that
shit?
part.
That's-
That okay. The cloud service was the only thing that I thought was even good about that. So if I can't pay for a little bit, and I got to cancel it, and then I come back like a couple months later, that shit's gone.
Gone.
Yeah, instantly
Yeah.
deleted as soon as it runs out. Yeah.
That's super
Nintendo's like,
sad.
get that shit out of my face.
Nintendo takes like 20 steps forward and then goes back to the 1990s.
Yeah.
That's
It's,
how they've
I mean,
always been.
we don't know what the extra little bundles are going to be. Nick Yick says you have to have it automatically renewed. So basically, if you have a $20 a year account, you either need to already set right away that it's going to automatically renew, or you need to like renew it before it's done. It is kind of crazy, though. It is kind of crazy. And it
But yeah.
doesn't sound like we're getting dedicated servers or anything either. It
Well,
seems like
I didn't expect that. The only company that does that is Microsoft.
But you'd imagine that if we're paying for something that we never had to pay for before, that we would get something else in return beyond playing Nintendo
Nah, dude,
games.
that's
online,
just to pay for
we
the
get
cloud,
to
man.
play. We get to play with shitty ass NES games online with friends.
I guess. We also
Thanks for the
got
money.
those. We got those NES Joy-Cons, which are just a little bit too expensive for my taste. I'm probably not going to be.
I wanted to talk about that. So
Let's talk about it.
you,
Yeah.
you know how it costs $60, right?
Right.
So instead of buying those, you could spend $10-20 more, buy an NES Classic, mod it, and now you have every single NES game. What the fuck? Why do they cost $60?
You know why? Because
That- it's so
They
stupid.
gotta make that money, of course.
Switch.
Yeah.
Nostalgia, boy.
They don't have like all the other things that the Joy-Cons do, though, right? So it's not like they have HD Rumble or anything. It's
No,
just
it's
an
literally
NES controller
just-
you slide on. Because I would imagine that if it actually had the extra capability, that would be why it's so expensive. But no, and I guess you do get 2 of them, whereas like a normal Joy-Con by itself is what, $60?
Bro, who cares about any of that? Why do I even need these controllers in the first place? Like they're completely unnecessary. You're selling them for $60.
Yeah, and instead of like taking time out of this podcast talking about the retro games that we've already gone into and talking about the NES games, let's actually talk about a game that's getting a remaster on the Switch. Got announced during the Nintendo Direct. I am so excited about this. I don't know what your opinions are on this, but Katamari Damacy is coming to the Nintendo Switch finally.
The same day as Smash Brothers.
Wait, are you serious?
Wait, same day?
Yep.
Well, never mind. All right, rip in peace. Wow. It's really coming out the same day?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? That's awful.
I'm gonna buy it still because I can't play the regular Katamari. Like, my brain cannot wrap itself around the concept of controlling the character with 2 sticks. So I'm gonna definitely use the motion controls because it looks way easier whenever that happens. Whenever I get it, because it's coming out the same day as fucking Smash.
That's still ridiculous, though, that they're dropping it the same day. They should at least drop it like a week early or something.
I forgot to turn.
Like, are you excited for Smash Brothers? Here, play this for a week instead. I would do that. I'm still gonna download it regardless, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so Katamari Damacy Reroll got announced. Is this a new game or is it a remaster of the original Katamari?
Remaster the first one.
All right, so it's the first one. All right. Why is the by the way, why is the
because my notifications were still on, but when I switched back to the scene, the intro played.
All right. I saw it on stream and I was confused for a moment. I'm like, wait, are you pulling up footage of Katamari? Like, what's going on here?
Hey, thank you to the people that subscribed though. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. And on the topic of third-party games coming to the Switch, in addition to Katamari Damacy, we are getting a remaster of one of the best GameCube games of all time, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. It is coming to the Switch and the PS4. And in addition to Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, we are also getting World of Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, which is already on the Switch, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 9, and Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age. So I'm just happy that we're finally going to be able to play Final Fantasy 7 on a Nintendo system. Now Cloud won't feel as out of place in Smash Brothers. Which of these games are you guys going to pick up? Which are you looking forward to picking up?
Are the way they're marketing it, are they in a bundle? Are they separate?
Yeah.
So I think they are separate. They're going to be released separate on the eShop. And also, I forgot 10 and 10.2 HD are coming as well. Those 2 are a bundle, but I think 7 and 9 are separate, and Zodiac Age is separate. Zodiac Age is like, I think, $60. It's like the price of a regular game because it's the fully remastered one that just came out on PS4. But 7 and 9, I'm just guessing, are going to be the same as their Steam releases, which are what, like $8, $10? So $8 to play Final Fantasy 7 on your Switch. That seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited about it. Having true Final Fantasy games on a Nintendo platform again. It's historic.
I want them
people
to
have
bundle all
wanted
the
this.
old ones together.
They really should. Like
Yeah,
7,
1 to
8,
6.
9, bundle them. Oh, 6. Yeah, 6 is probably one of the best.
1 to 6 I want a bundle of because that's the classic. They all play kind of the same sort of deal.
Yeah.
No gimmicky stuff.
I think especially since Switch owners that are interested in those sorts of games would have come off playing Octopath. I think that lines up quite nicely. You know, if you hadn't had the chance to play those classic Final Fantasy games, but you love Octopath, you could then actually try those out all in one bundle.
See, that's precisely why I think we're not going to get it, though, for something like 6. I think, if anything, they're going to use the Octopath engine and remake either Final Fantasy 6 or like one of the classic Final Fantasies or Chrono Trigger or something. I feel like that game was so successful, and obviously that engine is universally loved. I can't imagine they're just going to throw it away after this game. Even if they make like an Octopath Traveler sequel, which they also probably will, because that game outsold Grand Theft Auto during its month of release. So I feel like they probably will end up making a sequel game. I personally want to see Chrono Trigger remaster, though. I think that'd be great.
I think they're going to be doing a new Bravely game because even like when they announced the 1 million sales of Octopath, they have one thing. They tweeted a second picture that had the like them in the background for Octopath, and the shadow casted was like the shadow of Aerie from Bravely Default.
Oh, so
Yeah,
there you
the
go.
But
silhouette of the characters.
can we get the music in Smash though?
That's what I want, man. If DLC for Smash Ultimate, I want Primrose as a playable character with the Ravis Manor from Octopath, and then the decisive battle music in the background. Please, Please, that's what I want. I would vote for if there was another fighter ballot. I would vote for Primrose on that fighter ballot.
You'd be the only one.
I don't think so. There's a lot of people who love that game. Who would you have voted for from Octopath?
Nobody.
Nobody.
I don't want any of them in Smash.
What?
I don't think I could pin a single one of them because they're all like equally important. And it's like if you don't have all 8 of them, and all 8 of them is too many, then I'd rather have none of them.
Oh man, put Primrose in there as a playable character. She's a dancer. Then make an Echo Fighter of Azura from Fire Emblem. You're good to go. That'd be great.
Still
2
haven't
dancers.
seen any cross Echo Fighters, but either way, I'd rather see like Tiz or someone from Bravely Default personally.
Or what's the name of the girl who was on that fake leak? Agnes?
Agnes.
Agnes? Agnes,
No,
okay.
Agnes, yeah.
But yeah, so we're getting all these Final Fantasy games on the Switch. There were a couple other announcements. We got Civ is coming to the Switch. City Skyline is coming to the Switch. But the main announcement, the main thing we got to talk about was that trailer for Isabelle. Isabelle turns over a new leaf. Isabelle is joining the fight in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And alongside the Isabelle trailer, and by the way, Isabelle's not an Echo Fighter. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. We also got the announcement of Animal Crossing coming to the Nintendo Switch in 2019. I am super excited about this. I'm pretty sure you guys are too. But let's talk.
Stop retweeting Isabelle porn on Twitter, you fucking weirdos.
Hey, yeah.
Okay, then just don't follow weird people.
Exactly. That goes to show.
I haven't seen one
know
piece of Isabelle porn on my feed.
Coast likes weird stuff. It'll come up on my timeline. It'll say Coast word liked.
Yeah, what's the problem? It's not Isabelle.
I'm not trying to shame
You're
you.
so
I'm just saying
goddamn
that it
loud, man. Holy shit.
I'll make myself louder. Hold on, one second.
I absolutely loved Isabelle's trailer, though. I thought that was a great bait and switch where it seemed like it was a new Animal Crossing. And then she mentioned Smash, but then you're like, oh, I don't know, it still kind of looks like Animal Crossing. Then Pete shows up at the invitation, and then it's Smash. And then, of course, the stuff with Tom Nook at the ending that's being memed to hell already on Twitter. So the whole thing was great. Couldn't have been
What's it
better.
called? Her fishing rod move's pretty cool.
So that's since been confirmed to be her side special. Her side special is the fishing rod. Her neutral is the pocket. Her up special is the little balloons, the little balloon swing, and her down special is the C4 gyroid, which I think is pretty cool.
Why do people think she's an Echo? Like, I've been seeing nonstop that people have been
People
saying
don't
that.
have functioning eyes. Or
You go to the
Bro, you can
website,
tell
there's
it's
no
not an
epsilon
Echo. You don't
symbol.
even
So on the
need to go to
website, we'll talk about this. On the website.
Whoa. You don't even need to go to the fucking website. If you watch the trailer, you can tell she's not a damn Echo Fighter. Clearly.
Yeah, she doesn't have the bowling ball.
People assumed that she was going to be an Echo, and so I think when they first saw the Isabelle trailer and you see the dash attack and then the down A that looks somewhat similar, even though it doesn't bury them in the ground, people were like, oh, she's an Echo Fighter. But the second you see the popper instead of the bowling ball, you should know that she's not an Echo. And then all her other moves were different. So
I don't
it's
think
pretty
her
clear
up B
that
is
she's
the same
different.
as Villagers either. Like, I don't think you can mash the button and control it like that because she's sitting.
She's not gonna go as high.
Yeah, she's sitting on on like a swing, and she has a tether, so I assume that her recovery won't be as good.
Mm-hmm.
She looks as much of a clone of Villager as Wolf looks a clone of Fox. Like
For
it's
all of
she's
Brawl,
basically a
people
different
call
character
her.
completely. Yeah, but they're almost completely different characters. So, and I'm happy about it. I'm really, really happy we're getting a second Animal Crossing rep. We've talked about this on the show before. I feel like that's such a big franchise, and it's absolutely deserving of a second character. I'm glad it's Isabelle.
I don't know if I should bring this up now or later, but it's like, I think they should have shown Isabelle after Ridley, because it's kind of weird to go off of that fucking awesome Castlevania trailer and K. Rool to like a 5-second Animal Crossing trailer.
5 seconds.
I think
And
that was
then there's,
probably all about timing, though. Like, don't you think they probably wanted to wait to announce Animal Crossing until later on in the year?
But then we have leaks saying that the last two, like from VergeBen, saying the last two characters in the game are Incineroar and Ken. And if
I
that
don't
isn't
believe
the
that
most
personally,
anticlimactic ending to
Yeah.
a game's hype cycle, then I don't know what the fuck is.
We'll talk about that a little bit later when we get into the box theory. But I will say right now, I'll put money on this. We are getting at least one more character in addition to Incineroar and Ken, if that leak is true. I think it's Gino. I really strongly believe it's Gino.
Well, he'd
Because
make the
VergeBen
most
even
sense.
mentioned, but VergeBen even mentioned there was a Square Enix character that he didn't know the specifics on. Like a while ago, he had mentioned that. and that would go in line with that. And if he doesn't know the specifics and he has a contact that told him about Ken or something, I would assume that contact is from a third party and not from Square. And so, yeah, I feel like they're not going to put Incineroar and Ken as the last two characters and then have that be the final reveal. I do think there will be.
You'd feel like the Pokemon would be one of the first characters they'd show.
Yeah, totally. It doesn't make sense. I think there's at least 3. And I also think like Ken would be an Echo, so he wouldn't really count as
Virgin said Ken is an
fighter.
Please
Echo.
don't fucking put Ken in the game. I swear to God.
Virgin said he said
pretty
straight
much
up
in it.
Ken is an Echo.
Yeah. I would not doubt that Ken's actually in this game. The thing to me that stands out as very bizarre, and I know people will probably disagree with me on this, I think we also, if Ken's in it, I think we also are due for Shadow. I really, truly think
What the
Shadow's
hell
in the
do
game.
those have to do with each other?
I don't think. he's in the
Let me
game.
explain. Is I think if we've got third-party echoes for Konami, and we've got third-party echoes for Capcom, and Shadow's been removed as an assist trophy, just like Isabelle was, and now Isabelle's a playable fighter. I just feel like Shadow is a big enough character and would be simple enough to implement as an Echo fighter that they would put him. Maybe he's not even going to be in the base roster. Maybe he'll be DLC or something. But at some point in Ultimate's lifestyle, I would be shocked if we are not getting Shadow.
How do you know? We haven't seen all the assist trophies. We don't know if we have or not.
I don't know.
I
Weird
mean,
if they had
Shadow,
2
you
Sonic
guys-
assist trophies.
you can follow the line of like even Dark Samus was a color for Samus and was an assist trophy. Both of those
Right.
were gone, and then we got
Right.
Dark Samus.
Right. Yeah, Dark
Okay,
Samus is
but
another
you
good
don't
example.
know what is and what isn't an assist trophy yet.
But he has been pretty careful about keeping the ones reserved that people would be hype about, like Isaac. Like we don't know if Isaac's an assist trophy or Saki or Custom Robo. Like the few that could be their own characters that were once assist trophies have not been shown, and I think that's been for a reason. I mean, I think that's a big reason why Isabelle was
But any
held
assist
off.
trophy can be their own character. Like what?
Yeah.
What is?
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true.
And last game, Isaac wasn't even an assist trophy at all. It was just one song.
I mean that's true too. I don't know. My
I feel
guess.
like the assist trophies that are missing from Brawl have like a decent chance as well.
You keep
It's
saying
my guess-
missing,
they're-
but
They're
you're
no,
talking about
literally
the ones
they're
that
missing.
aren't in, bro.
that
Like
weren't
at all?
that were in Brawl and weren't in Smash 4.
I
So
see
they're
what you're saying.
missing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Like Jill from Drill Dozer or whatever her name was.
Oh right. Or the little heroin thing from Brawl that spins around. I think that was removed too. It's just I don't think they're going to show off 4 characters in a Smash Direct or 5. They showed off 5 in that Smash Direct, and then have Isabelle and then 2 more, and then the game comes out. Like that seems really unbalanced. I'm not saying we're going to get a ton more characters. I also would not care if there were no other characters in the game. I'm perfectly satisfied.
Yeah.
But I feel like just for the hype cycle, they're not going to just end it with Incineroar. I also don't think they're going to have 69 fighters. I think they're probably going to have 70. They're probably going to even it out at 70 and have a couple more Echo fighters, and we're good to go.
They're gonna
Yeah,
finish
because
it
then
off with Master Chief.
Incineroar would have been the last actual character they show. That would be
Right.
stupid.
Yeah,
Why?
there's no way.
Why
I mean,
is that
Duck
stupid?
Hunt would have. Well, because it's usually something that's like
He's
a
from
shocker.
an old Pokemon game at this point.
I mean,
This is just the reason why I don't want Pokemon reps in Smash anymore. We don't need all of these. We literally only need Pokemon Trainer, Pikachu, and Mewtwo. We don't need fucking Lucario, Greninja,
What's wrong with that?
Jigglypuff. We don't need them anymore.
You can say that about 99% of the characters in the game.
But I do
Different
think
because with
it is
Pokemon,
different.
How
a
is it
game
different?
comes out, those Pokemon don't matter anymore.
Bro, that doesn't. None of this is even relevant, bro. You could say that about.
But if you, I
so
mean, if
many
you look at the last representatives that are usually released for a Smash Brothers game, it's normally like some type of weird retro character. We had Game & Watch, we had Rob, we had Duck Hunt Dog. I think if anything, it'll be something like that. And I feel like Gino would fit that role pretty well, and would also fit in line with all those early leaks about a secondary Square Enix character. It's a fan favorite character, much like Ridley and King K. Rool, where people have been asking for them for a really long time. I feel like Sakurai is really making this the game for the fans. Like he's adding everything that everybody has been asking for such a long time. And the one of that trio of characters that people have asked for that's missing is Gino. It's been Ridley, K. Rool, and Gino for over a decade now. So for him to not put Gino in now, I don't know, it would just seem weird. And again, I'm not saying I'd be disappointed if Incineroar is the last one. If Incineroar is the last one, great. Give me an awesome
Yeah, I'm
trailer Give me an Echo for Ken trailer with a cool Ken stage. Great. I'm good. But I really don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think they're going to end it with Incineroar.
I'm content with the roster as is. I just think it would be
Same.
weird. Especially since Sakurai said he knows the importance of Smash reveals and stuff in that one blog post thingy that he did. Unless he does something an extra cool to make it special. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to that box theory discussion. But really quickly, let's just continue talking about Isabelle, because there is a lot to that trailer. I'm sure there's specifics that you guys picked up on that I didn't. So, free-form discussion, Isabelle in Smash Brothers. What did you notice about her character? What do you think about her?
I mean, I don't really. I think she'll just be okay. I don't know.
I agree.
It's sort of weird. She just seems like a basic character. No real gimmick or anything.
Huh?
It's
I know you
hard
saw
to
them damn
judge
pom-poms, bro.
That's not a.
Nah, son.
It's hard to judge when we haven't seen stuff like forward air and back air. If they're like villagers, then that leaves her to be a completely different character from a normal character, because she now has to focus on those projectiles like villager does. But if she has a normal fair and a normal back air, then what's she about?
So things I'm curious about is that I think the stop signs are her up smash, because you even see like the smash star flash when
that's
she
a
uses
smash.
it.
Yeah, yep.
So I'm curious,
but
since
did
it
you
sits
see it
there for
hit
so
anybody?
long. That's what I mean. I'm saying when it's because it sits there for so long, does it linger there? Like that's so I'm curious about that. Her side B being a tether means she can do zero suit things where she can run to the ledge, tether, immediately grab it and pop you off. So if her back air is really good, then she's gonna be much more of a threat when you're on the ledge than Villager is.
What tier is Villager in right now in Smash 4?
He's like decent, but he got kind of ruined by DLC.
Oh, okay. That's too bad. I remember really liking Villager when Smash 4 first came out. But yeah, I don't know. I like what we've seen of Isabelle so far. I do think we do need to see more of her. But it is weird to just look at the characters that have been revealed so far, and you've got like a scary vampire hunter, a dragon that ate Samus's parents, this crazy crocodile that blows up an island, and then now this cute little secretary dog. It's just a funny juxtaposition, but I'm happy she's there. Like I said, happy Animal Crossing is getting more representation, and I'm happy we're getting an Animal Crossing Switch game. I think it was bound to happen at some point. People have wanted it for so long, myself included, and I think it's going to be great. What do you think is up with that trailer, though? Like, is this going to be a new Leaf type game, or do you think Tom Nook's going to be the mayor? Like, what's the gimmick of this new game going to be?
I don't think it's gonna have any effect.
Predict it.
Like with the Smash characters being in Smash. But yeah,
What?
it was literally a title.
Wait, what
card.
did you just say?
I meant to say with Villager and Isabelle being in Smash, I don't think it'll affect like what the game would be.
Well, yeah, I mean, Isabelle's still going to be in whatever this new Animal Crossing Switch game is, and you're going to play as a villager. So, I mean,
Yeah, it was
those two
It was
characters are
straight up just a title card, so it could be anything.
yeah. I don't know. We've talked about this a little bit on the show before, but I do want a persistent online town where everyone can live in the same town. That's something I feel like I've wanted for a long time now. But basically, like all the Japan time people, we could all live in one town, and we could log in at different times and do different things, but the town is always there, as opposed to like traveling to everybody else's town. You'll still be able to travel, I'm sure, because it's going to be online. But I would like it if all your friends could live in one village, and then you maybe elect a mayor or something like that. It'd be kind of cool. End day in the chat.
That's how friendships crumble.
Marry villagers would be great. That's a little weird. I don't want to marry any animals. That'd be bizarre. But yeah, all right. Well, then let's talk about that box theory then. So the picture that's been going around on Twitter is this quote unquote finalized box of Smash Brothers Ultimate, where it appears to be that two characters in the bottom right of the side of the box are blacked out, presumably. You guys said earlier, Incineroar and Ken. But if you look at the numbering on the box and the way the characters are lined up, it does seem like there are characters on both sides of the box. Meaning there's probably 4, not 2. There's probably 4 slots that are available. Which says to me that we're probably still going to get 2 Echoes and 2 newcomers.
That's what I thought at first, but someone pointed out just the way they're numbered through. The other side would be full completely.
But then where's it? Wouldn't that only mean one then? Because then Isabelle would take the spot
Yeah,
after.
it'd technically be one.
Yeah, see, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's also like, I'm pretty sure the person that made this got no input from Sakurai or his team. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was just some American graphic designer
Right.
that threw something together to look pretty. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, there's the image. Just put it up. I don't know, man. I don't believe this. I really don't. I think like other things will probably be revealed for this game, and I don't think we're gonna get only 2 more characters. I just don't. Even if it's 1 Echo and 1 newcomer.
How you not believe
I don't
this, but you guys believe the stuff you guys think when there's no base for it at all?
Well, because I think the stuff that we'll predict and talk about, like the Skull Kid chairs, for example, that we talked about a couple weeks ago, that's within a direct. That's something that Sakurai, he's like in the image. He's talking about something, and that stuff is in the background where Sakurai is actually there. This just seems like something that somebody who works on box arts at Nintendo decided to throw this together. It's not finalized. I mean, these kind of like placeholder boxes all the time get released. They get put up on GameStop store shelves, and they're never representative of the final product. I don't think we're going to see the final box art until we see all the characters revealed.
Mhm.
Like, I think once we see, which is why I think we'll probably see all the characters before December 7th. Like, we know we'll see them all by launch, but I think we'll probably see them all a week or 2 before the actual launch date. Either another Direct or maybe another Smash Direct or something. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if we get another full Smash Direct, because we still don't know what that other single-player mode is. And if we do end up getting that, do you really think there's just going to be 1 newcomer and 1 Echo in a full Smash Direct? I don't think so. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think to play devil's advocate, if they showed off Spirits and it was like a super cool story mode, I think it would make up for a lackluster final character reveal.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Well, like I said, the roster's good enough as it is, right? I mean, there's already so many
it's
great
perfect.
characters, fan favorites. It's great. So if they don't add anybody else, that's fine. And we know there'll be DLC too. So that's like, if there's really a character you really badly want, you'll probably end up getting them as DLC. Some of the newer characters, I guess, like Rex and Pyra and Springman and stuff, I feel like they're locks for DLC. But I don't know. That's why I'm not too upset.
Well, yeah, I
want
think
Rex and Pyra.
Springman has to be DLC.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He's just one of those characters. I think Rex and Pyra have to be honest. I mean, whenever
I kind of
these
agree afterwards.
Yeah, whenever all these like polls go up, they're always at the top of the list. They're pushing Xenoblade like crazy. Torna Country just got its full release. It's getting a standalone retail release. Pyra and Mithra are super popular. I would honestly be shocked if they weren't in it and Springman was. Like, I feel like they'd be even added before Springman would be added. Plus, they're from a franchise that's already represented in Smash Brothers. We already have Xenoblade characters. So I don't know. Also, somebody brought up in the chat that Ken, by the numbering on the sides of the box, would already be represented on the other side. So that would be Isabelle and then 1 other newcomer, which I then assume.
But we pointed out that it doesn't matter.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
How about the 108 stages thing?
So I'm glad you bring that up, because I was going to say that is one thing that actually does matter. Is Koro has confirmed that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to have 108 stages, which means there are 5 more stages we don't know about at this point that will most likely be revealed in a Smash Direct coming up in the future. Because again, Sakurai mentioned we will know all the stages because they will all be there from launch. Right when you open up the game, all the stages will be available. So with that being said, what stages do you think we're going to get?
I think we're gonna get at least a stage that represents like a very established franchise that's already there. Because like of the new stages that we have already, we have a new Mario stage, a new Zelda stage, and then of course new stages for the new IPs that are in the game, i.e. Splatoon and Castlevania.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think out of those stages, I think one of them is probably going to be a new Pokemon stage, even though we have a bunch of Pokemon stages.
Definitely.
And then maybe 2 or 3 of them will be whatever new character IPs are in the game, if there are any. And then I don't know what they could do for the last one. Maybe even.
I don't think any of them will be old. I think like no return.
Yeah.
There's no more returning stages.
I agree.
Floats is dead. Everything else is dead.
I agree.
They'll all be all new stages. That's what I think.
Yeah, my
I
guess.
agree.
I think we're getting Aether Paradise. Is my guess for the new Pokemon
Hey.
stage.
tweeted out a bunch of
As
stages,
long-
and one of them was really good.
Me?
Yeah, in your tweet, that first stage you tweeted.
Oh, Ken's. Yeah, Ken's stage.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That was a good stage idea. I like that.
Yeah, because I mean, if they're gonna add another Street Fighter character and they want to do
Yeah.
another stage, that's a really iconic stage. Like on the boardwalk of San Francisco, where you have the ship in the
Are we
background
gonna-
and the waving flag.
Are we gonna have all the people in the background though doing?
Yeah.
doing
Oh,
weird
totally. Yeah, that's why I brought it up. Yeah, totally. with the Capcom boat sailing in the background,
Yeah.
dude, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
What's also interesting about that is that we know in this game that there's going to be a lot of Street Fighter music. So, I
Right.
mean,
Right.
well, Castlevania only has one stage, presumably, and that has like 30 tracks, but I guess it would still make sense for another Street Fighter stage to be in the game, especially since Ken's theme is already in Smash 4.
Exactly. And I mean, Street Fighter is a returning franchise at this point. So they could use another stage. And I think it's a big enough franchise that warrants another stage. But yeah, I mean, if Ken ends up getting his own trailer, which I doubt he would because none of the Echoes have had their own trailers yet beyond Richter, which was part of Simon's. If he does end up getting his own trailer, I'd imagine it would be a little more hype if he's just an Echo if we actually see it like Ken's stage too. So that was my thought process behind that. But yeah, I definitely think we're getting another Pokemon stage. My guess is that that's Aether Paradise. I feel like that's the only one that really makes sense from the new games. Like the elevator that goes through all of Aether Paradise goes up to like, you know, where the Ultra Beasts are, and then the lower level with the experiments and with Savali, and then the nature preserve area with like Alolan Executors and stuff. It seems right. And if Incineroar is getting thrown in there, it'd be the perfect stage to represent him. Though, I think we talked about this off. I was going to say off camera, but I guess they can't see us. But to McDareth, you just did top 5 songs you want in Smash Brothers video.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of Guzma's battle theme being the music that plays during Incineroar's trailer. Because, you know, Incineroar is this dirty fighter, right? He's like this tiger mask, plays dirty, Darkest Lariat kind of guy. It'd be really cool if he has maybe like the Team Skull music behind him or a remix of it for his reveal trailer. And then they show it off with Aether Paradise, or maybe Poe Town would be kind of cool too.
I really do hope because like they finally showed us Sun and Moon's song in the last like the main Smash Direct when they showed off all the Pokemon. They were playing the remix of Sun and Moon battle theme. So I really hope they do more because that game has a lot of really cool songs.
I just want Vast Pony Canyon. I feel like it's the best Pokemon song. That's the
That's
only
a great
song I
song.
want.
A remix of Vast Pony Canyon would actually be great.
What about in terms of a potential location that matches for Sun and Moon? Like within the Ultra Wormhole? Like that
yeah, they
other
could do
world?
Yeah.
They
Where
could work
maybe on
that
the back
into
of
Aether.
Gogoleo or
Like
something.
have a party.
yeah.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah, where like the Ultra Beast wormhole would open up, and then you get taken through a wormhole, and then you maybe that's like your
Like
cycle.
when
maybe
Lego
through the
shows up or
stage.
something.
Yeah. I like that idea a lot. I like that.
see what I want is a Pokken Stadium.
We'll probably not get that. If we're gonna get a Pokken stage, don't you think we would get Magikarp? What's the name of that
Magikarp
Magikarp stage?
Festival.
There we go. Yeah.
God, I hate
Ferrum,
that song.
I feel like Ferrum Stadium would work better, but possible.
Yeah, I don't know. The only other thing working against that, in my opinion, is like if Incineroar is the new Pokemon, and like Incineroar is not in Pokken. It'd be weird to like reveal Incineroar with a Pokken
Yeah, but
stage.
Pikachu is, Lucario is, Mewtwo is,
Yeah, that's true.
and there's even.
Well, we don't
Pikachu
have
Libre.
anything from Pokken in the game. Pikachu Libre is from Oris.
Pikachu Libre.
Yeah.
It's not
And I
from
guess
Pokken.
Namco is helping with development for this game, and did develop.
Yeah. But
So
I
that-
don't know. I don't know if Pokken would be in the game just because I assume Game Freak has more pull on what they want, and they didn't make Pokken, and
Yeah.
Pikachu Libre is not from Pokken. We don't have anything from Pokken. We'd probably get music, maybe.
Yeah, if anything, I'm mostly expecting music.
Yeah. I don't know. Another stage, I think, beyond like the Ken stage and the Aether Paradise stage, we'll probably have a stage tied to a newcomer. Like if Gino's in it, then we'll probably get the Forest Maze, or if I don't know, like Banjo-Kazooie's in it, we'll get Spiral Mountain.
The thing
But I
with
feel
Gino is that he doesn't even need a stage because he's a Mario character.
Yeah, but don't you think they would give him one, like a Mario?
Yeah, they would. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that they wouldn't need to.
No, they wouldn't need to, but I do think that if they're making that reach with Square Enix, they're probably gonna do a Forest Mage stage, or like something from Mario RPG. Maybe Bowser's Castle on the top of the chandeliers would be kind of neat. It wasn't that
It's
like
sort
a
of
mod?
weird that we don't have a Bowser's Castle stage. It's kind of weird.
It's part of the Paper Mario stage, but it's not really Bowser's Castle. It's just like the outside, and then the face flips on it. Yeah. So actually, a Mario RPG Bowser's Castle stage would be kind of cool. And I mean, if Shadow gets added as an Echo Fighter, I could see like a Space Colony Arc stage, or Radical Highway, or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Still want Metropolis.
Metropolis would be cool too. I just feel like with the third-party Echo Fighters, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing to base this off of, but I think if it's a third-party Echo Fighter, it'll be a bigger deal than like Crom or Dark Samus or something like that. Like, because Richter got his own portion in the Simon trailer, I don't necessarily believe that the Echoes that are from third parties will get their own trailers, but there has to be something else to them. And I think stages would be a good way to, sort of show off something new about that character. I mean, we could end up getting a Monster Hunter stage too, because we saw the Monster Hunter stage in whatever the adventure mode is. So maybe that'll end up being an actual stage in the game.
I really hope, because they had their Mii Fighter costume, which is missing. Well, we haven't
Right.
seen any of them, but hopefully.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, some people are mentioning too, if Skull Kid's in it, then maybe they'll add like Clock Town or the Lost Woods or something like that. That would be weird to add 2 Zelda stages if it's like there's only 6 or 7 new stages in the game or something. That'd be kind of weird. And then I'm just gonna say it. I said this on Twitter, and I got a lot of hate for it, but Verge Ben's been right about a lot of stuff. And one thing
Dude,
Verge
he
Ben
was,
mentioned,
not just that. He was right to the point of saying he wasn't sure if Isabelle was an Echo or not.
right. So I think I'm going to believe him when he says there's some type of Minecraft representation in this game. And so I think we'll probably end up getting some type of Minecraft stage.
Didn't he say it wasn't a stage? Or did he? No, he said it wasn't a character.
That it
Yeah,
wasn't a
wasn't
character. Yeah. Which says to me a stage. Or an
I've seen
assist.
assist trophy.
Yeah, assist trophy.
Yeah, I think it'd be an assist trophy or like some item.
I'd like an assist trophy. I feel like an assist trophy blends well.
Give me my diamond pickaxe on Mario.
Or an
Diamond
item.
pickaxe would be a great item. Exactly. That'd be a great item, yeah.
No, what I initially said
What would
was
it do, break
Ender
apart the
Pearl.
stage? That'd be so
Ender
weird.
Pearl, Ender Pearl to teleport to like the other part of the stage or something like that. I don't know.
Well, the thing is with Minecraft, there's so much you could put in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do like, though, that we're probably not getting a character. I think it's because I am totally fine with Minecraft being in the game because it is important to gaming history and it's a huge deal. But I do think a stage or an assist trophy or an item is a better way to represent that franchise. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, Fortnite's huge right now. Maybe they'll throw in Tilted Towers.
Should be a good stage.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest,
We already have Moray Towers. We don't need another
a
shitty
Fortnite
tower.
stage would actually be kind of okay if they threw in a Fortnite stage. But yeah, I do think these are all brand new stages, though. I agree with Zeph that I don't think there's any returning stages. Shofu, you've been really quiet during this segment. I'm curious, what stages do you think we're going to get?
I've been quiet because I don't really care.
But what do you think?
I
The
don't
people
think,
are curious.
I
They
have
want to
no
know.
opinion. I have no,
You have no opinion.
I don't think
There's
anything.
no game you could think of. Not even Cooking Mama's Kitchen. Really? You're a liar.
No, I'm not. I
Yes, you are.
take
You
what
always
I take what I'm given, bro. I don't I don't need any more stages. I'm perfectly content with what there is now. I don't know what there is to come, and I haven't thought about it because I don't really care.
All right.
I
Fair
don't know.
enough.
I don't really care what the stage is from that I'm playing on most of the time. I just wanted to.
I just care if the
play
stage is
on.
fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody also brought up that 108 is like an important number in Japan. So this is the 20th anniversary of Smash Brothers, and apparently in Japan, at the end of the year, a bell is chimed 108 times in Buddhist temples to finish the old year and welcome in the new one. And each ring represents one of the 108 earthly temptations a person must overcome to achieve nirvana. But apparently it is like a big part of Japanese culture, the number 108. So that's another thing that can maybe give a little bit of evidence towards this Koro leak. I believe it personally. I think we're all in agreement. This is true, right?
I saw that the Source Gaming people, I think it was Pushed Us and said he didn't believe it, but it's from Koro. I don't think they'd misprint.
And if you look at the stage select list right now, there are exactly enough squares for 5 stages and a button to click to DLC. There's exactly enough. So it would just be weird to have an open slot there. But I don't know. I personally believe it. Roll call. Everybody else, what are your thoughts? Believe it or don't believe it? Discord
believe
order.
it.
I believe
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I believe it.
I believe it though. I don't know if like 108 is. I mean, because it isn't Koro Koro, then yeah. But I always felt we're getting more than just 100 with what we were showing at least.
Yeah. So it seems like the Japan Time people believe that we're getting 108 stages, but don't believe the box theory. That's the general consensus, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
Yes.
was just made by some random graphic designer.
All right. Well, I think Connor Eats Pants was the guy who first tweeted out the box theory, but I do think that the box, yeah, like you mentioned, was just
Yeah,
some
he
random
messaged me and
person.
said he doesn't really believe it still.
Oh, well then there you go. All right. So the guy who came up with it doesn't even believe it. So, all right. Well, then I think we covered everything in that Nintendo Direct, right? I think we covered everything. So you guys want to move on to viewer questions?
We talked about
Yeah,
Town
Damon
at all.
Damon Machina is kind of clean. No, fuck Town. Yo, Damon Machina. Yo, can I get that game?
That game does look really good. Did they give a release date for that game or no?
It's 2019.
But like,
Yeah,
did
I
they
think
give a
it's
specific release date?
January. I'm
Yoshi
not exactly
game has a
sure.
title now.
Crafted
Oh,
World.
he looks so good.
Yeah.
That got leaked a week before too. Everybody was talking about Crafted World. That got leaked on like the official Nintendo website, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it auto updated. They forgot to take it down. I guess I don't know.
Weird. And then Town. Yeah, I guess we didn't talk about Town. That's the new RPG from Game Freak. Pretty random that they would just throw that in the middle of the Nintendo Direct. And that we're getting a brand new IP. You don't think it looks good?
I think it looks pretty average. I don't even know
Yeah.
what they're trying to sell me. I don't know what it is.
To me, it looks like.
It looks like a game for game with good graphics, so I'm in. Because that's not.
But it looks
usually
like
the
a.
case.
Good. I think it looks like shit graphically.
Well, no, what was the game that was on Wii, the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles spinoff? My Life as a King? It's My Life as a King is the name of the game I'm thinking of. That was in WiiWare. Where you basically, like,
Yeah.
the whole game takes place in the town, and then you do different tasks to build up the town and to protect the town. I'm expecting this to be something similar to that. Basketball SKM said Town's low-key Gen 8. No, it's not. We're getting Generation 8, and we're getting a new RPG. It's definitely not. Also,
Yeah,
I
Game
like
Freak has
how
more than one
before...
team.
I was going to say, I like how before the show started, Coast was like, there's going to be all this dead air. How are you going to fill in the dead air? And there was a lot of dead air. This isn't because of show notes. I'm going through everything. Lots of topics. Y'all are just being real quiet this week. So we're going to hop right into viewer questions. Enough of this. No more discussion. You guys want to be quiet? Then we're going to bring
I'm
in
gonna be
viewer
real.
questions.
I'm just playing Torna. This game's clean.
See, so
Hell
then-
yeah, brother. Me too.
You guys are playing Torna while we're doing this. All right. There is a massive, massive question that was asked by Arcade and Blog. I'm not going to read this whole thing. This is a really, really long question.
Is it a
But I'll read
fanfic?
this. No, it's not. It's not a Cartoon Network fanfic like before. No. If Smash Brothers Ultimate got a bombshell retro character like Game & Watch and Melee and Duck Hunt and Wii U 3DS, who would you go with? His guess was the a character based on the Hanafuda cards because that was when Nintendo was first founded. It's one of the major parts of Nintendo's history that hasn't been touched yet. I think we talked about this a little bit. Excite Bike would kind of make sense. Balloon
Yeah, I'd
Fighter.
say it's like bike.
I really don't know
Mike
who
and I
else
would-
they could add though.
Mike and I were talking about a character to represent the cards as well.
Oh yeah.
That'd be clean.
Who is the character that rides on the motorcycle? Not Excite Bike.
Mach
but the
Rider?
other
Mach
one.
Rider would be awesome. Yo, Mach Rider would be great.
Just give me Arthur. That's the only retro, quote unquote, that I want now.
Well, they are
Isn't he
buddy buddy with
retro?
Capcom. But I feel like if we're gonna get
doesn't
another
the retro
Capcom,
have to be Nintendo related? You think?
Yeah. I think
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
We don't
I
have
was
really
gonna
many
say-
to pull from either.
While we're on the topic of Capcom, have there been any other rumors about Dante? I know we covered that on the last one, but has there been any other evidence?
The only
pointing towards
thing was
Dante?
that there is a text post on 4chan that doesn't matter. They said Isabelle is going to be shown on this day, and it was on that day. And then they said Dante and I think Incineroar are the last characters.
Now Dante, I could see as a final reveal. Incineroar, not so much, but Dante, if they actually are saving Dante, would be a pretty mind-blowing final reveal. So I could see them actually saving that, but I'm not really sure. I'm looking at this 4chan post you said. Want more proof I'm not BSing when Nintendo decides to show the Direct? Isabelle's the next newcomer. Screen cap this on September. All right, so yeah. All right. Yeah, Dante in November. That'd be kind of cool. All right, well, let's answer some more viewer questions. Do I have to go through on the website, or are there any good ones that are in the chat right now? Let's take a look. Or we could just bring on Doge Girl again. We could bring her on.
Please
people.
no.
Let's just chill out.
Hey, pull her out.
All right, let's see. Team.
She in the chat.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Let's throw her in. Let's see what Doge is up to. Let's see.
Why?
Purebred Doge. All right. Purebred Doge, you're being added to.
Oh, sweet, delicious bread. I love it.
Huh?
Bread is good. As I was saying, a pizza, it's a sandwich. Because if you take a grilled cheese sandwich,
Okay, get her out of here.
you put some tomatoes on there, some spices, herbs, maybe some meat. It tastes just like a
Yeah.
pizza. I'm not gonna lie.
Your voice is different this time.
So this is what I missed out last time.
Oh no. Oh shit! Is it my microphone?
Yeah.
Because I kind of broke my headset. So I have I connected it to something that disconnects the microphone, and then another wire that reconnects the microphone into a headphone jack. So it's like triple wired.
Yo, so Purebred Doge, we're gonna ask you a question. Is that all right?
Oh yeah.
All right. What do you think of Isabelle in Smash Brothers? Were you excited by her reveal?
Oh yeah. I was like, yes.
All right.
Thank-
There you go.
Good
Isabelle in
job.
Smash.
I love her.
All right. There you go, guys. There's your Purebred Doge conversation for the week. And if I guess if there aren't any other good viewer questions, we can just wrap this bad boy up.
Did you find
What
any
do
on
you
the
guys
site?
think? I didn't see any good ones on the site. No. These are all things that we've either talked about before. This Vergebend thing with Incineroar and Ken, we already discussed this. I guess here's a good one. Who went to jail or is going to jail? From Kirby Doctor.
Huh?
As what?
Have any of us been in jail or are any of us going to
That where
jail?
Ricky locked
Why was
up
that a
right
good
now.
question?
Because it's original.
That's where Ricky is locked up. Somebody
Yeah.
help him.
Yeah, I really have no idea. I mean, completely off. Why it's on the record now because we're recording. I have no idea where he is. Like not Ricky, but like real, like the guy behind Ricky Cocaine. He's a longtime friend of mine. I have no idea where he is. He has disappeared off the face of the earth. His brother doesn't know where he is. A lot of our friends from back in Chicago don't
There's
know where
no
he
way
is.
his brother doesn't know where he is.
His brother genuinely does not know where he is. I swear.
What about
dude.
his
I'm friends with his
parents?
brother. I'm not friends with his parents on Facebook. I don't know. I'm going back to Chicago next month, so
Somebody's got to know where
I'll stop
he
by
is.
his house or something.
I'm
Somebody
telling
has
you.
to know though.
Hey,
He's
streamer.
doing mocap for Smash. I'm telling you.
I really don't think that's the case. I don't know where he is, man. Like the real Ricky, I have no idea where he is.
Ricky
He might-
Cocaine brings the pain.
Can
He
the
might
real
be in
Ricky
Colombia
Cocaine
for all
please
I know.
stand up?
I don't know. He might actually be missing though. His phone, like, it just does the boom, boom,
Come on,
boom.
you know he has a burner phone.
He definitely has a burner phone. I don't know, man. You should contact his family or something, if not the police even. Dude, I've contacted his family. I contacted his brother. His brother doesn't know. His brother actually doesn't know. It's just wild, man. It's wild. And I'm looking at, there really are no other good viewer questions. I guess I could read out the really long one that Arcaden Blog sent. He said, you forgot to read the other one. He DM'd me saying you forgot. I didn't forget. It was just way too long, but I'll read it out anyway. He says, I have a theory I posted on Smashboards. I know it's going to get shot down, but I want to get it out there. Isaac was considered for Smash Wii U and 3DS. Where's my proof? And then he writes a bunch of stuff. First off, the obvious one, assist trophy was removed. Second, you have to look at where Sakurai was pulling newcomers from, mainly from Wii and 3DS games. Dark Dawn came out around the same time as Punch-Out and Xenoblade, meaning he could have been considered, but Dark Dawn didn't sell well. So to recap, Isaac's assist trophy was removed, would have considered Golden Sun, but Dark Dawn came out, wasn't very successful. Sakurai was most likely aware of fan demand, and he wasn't added due to a combination of time constraints and Dark Dawn's low sales. So, I mean,
That's not real
Sounds
proof.
like a gigantic paragraph of bullshit.
it was a lot of paragraphs. I mean, there was a lot of stuff written in here, so that's why I tried to condense it.
The creators of Golden Sun, they're two brothers, right? They've always stood by that if there's enough fan demand, they'll always continue to make more Golden Sun games. So I feel like that statement where it didn't sell well, not enough fan demand, I just don't, that doesn't hold up.
Well, that's for Isaac and Smash though. That's not for a new.
Well,
Golden Sun.
either way, it's fan demand that still coincides with the Dark Dawn release.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh, I guess here's a good one. Here's a good question. This is from Orikana, who says, for the new Animal Crossing coming out next year, for those of you who have played a previous Animal Crossing, are there any changes you'd like for the game? Anything added or dropped? And if you haven't played an installment of Animal Crossing, what are things you are excited for?
I've never played Animal Crossing seriously, so I'm actually.
Are you gonna play this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna play this one. I'm pretty excited just to see what it's all about.
I feel like New Leaf, obviously it's the best one, add the most features. I want more things to do with villagers. Like I don't when you play the game for a year, the villagers just become robots.
Yeah.
And I'd like them to do more. I don't know what.
If they can support it like they did with Pocket Camp a little bit, that'd be cool.
I'd like it to not be real time.
What?
What?
That's the whole point of the game.
Why would you? Why?
I don't know. I just never liked that. I could have sworn I played one where it wasn't. I don't know what happened. Maybe I just actually replayed it. I probably could have just forgot. But
You
I liked
probably
it.
did, yeah.
I like it more when like the time just goes by and you can just play and stuff keeps happening rather than it's real time. I have to play at this set time for this thing to happen, or
Just change the
you're
time.
gonna.
Yeah, you could just change the clock.
Yeah, you could time travel.
You don't get You don't get punished for it in New Leaf.
No, you do.
Well, barely. Compared
Not
to
if you have Isabelle's
if you have the beautiful ordinance.
yeah,
thing,
beautiful town.
nothing
Exactly.
happens.
Pretty sure your town tree still wilts.
Fuck it.
Your town tree wilts, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Does that happen if you're just playing normally and then you don't play for 2 years and you come back?
No, I think specifically when you time travel.
Oh wow. Wow. So they're actually doing that to punish people who time travel. Dang.
me
Yo
first-
Delfinos. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no. For me personally, as somebody that's never invested into the series at all, it needs something else to make me want to play. Because I've always seen Animal Crossing, and I've never really felt interested to play it. Just knowing that it's gonna take up a lot of my time, and there's no like grand objective at the end. It's just a lot of little tasks and building it up bit by bit, right? I think that kind of game doesn't really interest me, and they'd have to do quite a big sort of spin on it to grab my interest. Of course, if they do that, they risk alienating their existing fan base, so there's that as well.
Yeah, I do think the whole point of Animal Crossing is that it's just like a chill little, life
Yeah.
simulator that you just do things at your own pace. But yeah. I really don't see any other questions. I mean, there are a couple, but we've answered all of them before, so I think we're good. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about from the Direct.
That's pretty much all there was for the Direct.
All right. Well, guys, we're going to get back to playing some Torna Country. Where can people find you?
You on my Twitch right now. Hit the follow button. You know what I'm saying?
No, hit the subscribe button.
That too.
Yeah, hit the subscribe button. for
September. Oh, is it?
Anybody else?
You can follow me everywhere at CoSword.
We had this conversation last time. No one watches this part.
Yep.
People do.
I'm telling you.
I know people do.
No, we got to do this at the beginning every time.
No. People definitely still listen. You can find me at Rogers Base on YouTube.
Okay, you
Okay.
can find me at Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at McDareth.
Oh, I just said it fast because I thought Shofu was going to cut me off.
I definitely was. Nobody
See, there you
cares.
go.
This part's boring.
All right, well then, good night, everybody.
See you.
We're all done.
TeamJapanTime.cool.
Yo, fuck War Champ.
You can find me at your mama house.